lots of things.
I just can't hear you because the sound's going on.
I know.
Let me ask her how.
She, yeah. Hi, Wayne.
Beautiful.
We are live in 47 seconds. Go grab a seat. Find a drum.
We're starting in 10 seconds, so I want to make one quick announcement, which is when you see the red shaker, we're going to stop the drum so that we can hear it. So let's practice. Let's bang on those drums. Let's bang, 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 bang. Okay, let's practice one more time. Ready? Let's bang on those drums. Yeah, and John, our drummer extraordinaire is going to help us too. But perfect. Everybody's got the cue. We're all set. We're ready to go.
Roland is going to bring you drums as necessary. If you do not have a drum, please raise your hand, and one will be delivered to your doorstep. In the front here, there's also some tambourines and shakers. You know, there's some bells and stuff, but basically, you're going to play your hands on that. Where's your bell? Where's your bell? You had a bell too, right? Oh, right there. All right.
So Shabbat Shalom, everyone. If you couldn't tell, tonight is drumming Shabbat.
Woo.
And I'm Rabbi Schuldenfrei. I'm really honored and delighted to be here for...
Check, check.
Nope.
Check, check.
All right, I'm just going to have to project loudly and hope that the live stream forgives me. I'm Rabbi Schuldenfrei. I'm really delighted to be here for my first Shabbat. You all had me feel so welcome. And my partner on the Bima's cantorial soloist, Joel, and our special guest, John Locke. And I know you're excited. So I think with no further ado, we're going to do Shabbat Shalom. I'm going to test my mic one more time. 3, 2, 1. No feedback? Awesome. All right. The only feedback should be the drums.
All right. Please join us in Hine Matov. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov shevet achim gam yachad. Faster. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov, Hine Matov. La 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 la. Hine Matov, Hine Matov. Ya la 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 la.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So who knows what's happening here in just about 1 month? Anybody? Rosh Hashanah, the beginning of the new year. Oh, we had a little hint right here. So one custom and tradition, when the new month comes, the month of Elul, which is the month that's right before the month of Tishrei, when all of those many holidays happen, is that we blast the shofar, with a master blaster, I like to call it, and we recite the blessing, and we delight in the sound of the shofar. Okay, we're gonna go with the flow here. And, no, I still feel like it's me. No, it's not?
Might
Okay.
be me.
We blast the shofar as a call for us to hear. And this past week, we've had things we've needed to listen to. We've needed to really think about the people in Maui. We've been thinking about all of the people in Israel. And we are also focused on ourselves as we prepare for this rain and this uncertainty, not knowing what this all is. And this week we've had some losses, and we've learned about people who are ill that we need to take care of. And so the shofar is our spiritual alarm clock. It says, wake up, wake up. You're just one person in this large world, and that you can be a person who makes a difference. So we're going to rise, and we will recite the blessing over the shofar, and we'll also bless this moment and sing the Shehechianu, that we're grateful to be sustained and here today to hear the shofar. One interesting thing is Melanie, who will be blasting the shofar for us tonight, the mitzvah or the commandment isn't to blast it. So I encourage you all over the next month to learn how to blast the shofar. But the actual commandment, does anyone know what it is? The commandment over the shofar? I'll give you a hint. To listen to the shofar. And so when we make the blessing, it's actually about hearing it. So you all fulfill that commandment tonight, but you've got 30 days to learn how to blast this instrument, and it is quite tricky. So I invite you to do that, and thank you for rising, and we'll join together in the blessing over the shofar and the Shehechianu, and we'll continue. Thank you, Melanie Fisher of Kol Tikva, for blasting the shofar for us tonight.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lishmo'a kol shofar Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Amen. Let's join together in the call for the shofar. It's Tekiah on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Tekiah. Hashakoah. Lots of strength, Melanie. Thank you so much. She has been practicing. You may be seated.
We continue on page 131 of your Siddur if you have it near you. It's hard to open a Siddur and play the drum at the same time, I'm aware. Yismechu hashamayim Yismechu hashamayim Yismechu hashamayim V'tagel haaretz Yismechu hashamayim Hashamayim Yismechu hashamayim Hashamayim Yismechu hashamayim V'tagel haaretz Yiram hayam Yiram hayam Yiram hayam Umelo Yiram hayam Yiram hayam Yiram hayam Umelo faster Yismechu hashamayim Hashamayim Yismechu hashamayim Hashamayim Yismechu hashamayim V'tagel haaretz Yismechu hashamayim Yismechu hashamayim Yismechu hashamayim V'tagel haaretz Yiram hayam Yiram hayam Yiram hayam Yiram hayam Umelo Yiram hayam Yiram hayam Yiram hayam Umelo. We continue on page 138 with Lecha Dodi.
And we're going to bring this upbeat nature as we welcome the Sabbath bride, and we imagine her coming in to join us, and we're just going to get louder and faster with each and every verse. Here comes Lecha Dodi.
We'll be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And on the 9th verse, the last verse, we will all rise and face the entrance and welcome in the Shabbat bride. Lecha dodi li krakala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi li krakala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'diburecha tishmi'anu el ha'meuchad Adonai echad hu shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likra kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nei chagimi bekor habracha berosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshavat gila. Lecha dodi likra kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, hitoreri, kiva orek, kumi ori, uri, uri, shitaveri. Vod Adonai alaik nigla. Lecha dodi likrat Shabbat Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Please rise and face the entrance. Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala gam b'simcha ובצוהלה תוך אמונה עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. lecha dodi likra kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Dodi likra kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Wonderful. I'm going to invite Rabbi Schuldenfrei back up to the bima.
Just schmoozing is part of Shabbat too.
I think it's great.
So I wanted to just share a little bit about drums in our tradition and worldwide in traditions. That I think what's very powerful about this moment is we use expressions like marching to the beat of their own drum. Something very personal, but also, as you'll see from John's leadership, so easy to become a communal instrument. And like he says, it only takes a body and a drum to make that drum work. And there's so many other instruments that require a lot more than that. And I think what we notice is that across cultures, across religions, across all kinds of boundaries, that drums bring people together and that they matter. I wanted to share really quickly about the drum that's found in the Torah. Sometimes in English translations of the Hebrew, we translate this hand drum, which is called a tuf, as a tambourine. But what we actually know about the history of musical instruments is that the tambourine wasn't introduced until the Roman period, which was like 1,000 years later. And so what we know now, even though the translations were what they were, is that the drums that are described in the Torah are actually hand drums, so individual and portable. And only in the Bible we have the percussion instrument that is a drum. There's other percussion instruments that we're experiencing tonight, and there's plenty of musical instruments that are found in the Bible and the Torah, wind instruments and string instruments. But we actually have archaeological evidence of these hand drums. And I always think that it's so awesome when we're able to know the stories and hear the history and be part of that narrative, and then find that archaeological evidence that supports what we understand and know and love about our tradition. And so I think the other drum that I want you to pay attention to, and it's one that we all have, and it's right here inside of us, and that's the drum beat of our heart. And someone told me recently that if we're ever in a minute of worry or anxiety, that actually tuning into our own heartbeat, rooting our feet on the floor and reminding ourselves that we are a living being, getting in touch with our inner drum, knowing that that blood is pumping through us with music, with energy, and with life force, that can bring us back into the moment and help our worries and our troubles melt away. As we move through the service, we're going to sing different songs, and we're going to hear pieces of the liturgy, the prayer service, and we're also just going to have some fun drumming too, I hope. But one of the pieces that has the most resonance in terms of the hand drum is the opening of the sea, which we celebrate with the Mi Chamocha in all of our services. That's that celebration of the parting of the sea. And the reason why it's relevant with the drums is because the Song of the Sea is one of our most ancient poems in the entire Bible. All of the women's poems actually are some of the oldest pieces of writing, Israelite writing. And we believe that the women wrote and composed and performed these special poems as victory songs. And so this moment of the parting of the sea and the freedom from Egypt and entering into this new world and land is one deserving of victory and celebration, because it is a celebration of our redemption. So as we infuse all of these different cultures of drums, our own heartbeat, and the ancient tradition of the women of the Torah, I hope that this Shabbat only brings you lightness and strength and meaning. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to continue with our candle lighting on page 120.
I don't know.
Can I impromptu invite the Bat Mitzvah family, all of the members of the Bat Mitzvah family, Sasha Mankiewicz, to join us to light the candles? Anyone who identifies as a family member of the Mankiewicz family can join us.
Lindsay? I don't hear the guitar. La 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 la. La 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya ra 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 ra. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav V'tzivanu lehadlik ner V'tzivanu lehadlik ner V'tzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom and Mazel Tov to the entire family. Let's continue on page 146 with the call to worship, the Baruch Hu. Please rise.
Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Barechu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach. Hamevorach leolam va'ed. Hamevorach leolam va'ed.
Please turn to page 152 as we recite the credo of our faith, the Shema, and our belief in God's oneness.
Technical difficulties here. After this. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam va'ed.
You may be seated. And now to lead us in the prayer over God's love, Sasha Minkowitz will lead us in the Ve'ahavta. Please continue on page 154.
come over here. To the side. Yeah.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך, בביתך ובלתך, בדרש ובשובך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיהם. אני אדוני אלוהיהם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיהם.
Yasher Koach, Sasha. We know she's going to do great tomorrow because she just did great up here. We continue with Micha Mocha on page 158.
And the women and the men, they dance. They dance with their drums if anyone wants to dance.
Go a little faster. If you're following along in our Siddur, we are on page 162. 162.
I think we made it through the C. We had dancers, we had drummers, we had excitement.
It's a band.
Let's rise for Vishamru and invite Shabbat and sanctify it, make it holy.
Vishamru b'nei Israel et HaShabbat לעשות את השבת לתורתם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לתורתם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לתורתם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לתורתם ברית עולם וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לתורתם ברית עולם.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm going to invite everyone to please find their seats. And we're moving into a very tender moment in the service. So after all of that drumming and excitement and our hearts pumping faster and our personal drums and our internal drums, just going to invite everyone to take a really big, deep breath. And exhale. Maybe fold your hands nicely on your lap. And we're going to invite the power of the community to help us through the difficult times. And we're going to come together to help with the healing. And this congregation is in a particular moment of healing. And that in part is why I'm here, because we're all Glenn Martin, Paul Hittleman, Victor Sidlow, Mike Bergman, Michael Burton, Andrea Schlossberg, Lisa Sage, Ryan Spears, the Nolan family, Michelle Furman, Jimmy Korshak, Ronnie Horowitz, Sydney Herstein, Shelley Presby, Ruth Nevins, the Ray family, Lori Laxer, Sarah Deschelle, Steve Page, Alice Handler. And if there's other names or if I mispronounced any of the names, please share them as my hand meets your eyes. Cantor will lead us on Misha Berach. If you'd like to follow along in the prayer book, it's on page 371.
Sheberach avotenu mekor habracha veimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Sheberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
We continue our service on page 164, and we rise for the standing prayer, the Amidah. Please join with us.
Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 svatai tiftach. Na 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 ufi agi tehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 svatai tiftach. Na 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 ufi agi tehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 svatai tiftach. Na 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 ufi agid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, בחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוליד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, צומק נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו ישני אהבה. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחייב ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. We continue silently.
When you have finished with your silent prayers, you may be seated. You can follow along on page 180.
רצון עם רפי והגיון ליבי לפניך, יהיו לרצון עם רפי והגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי וגואלי, אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי וגואלי, יהיו לרצון עם רפי והגיון ליבי לפניך, יהיו לרצון עם רפי והגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי וגואלי, אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי והגיון ליבי לפניך, יהיו לרצון עם רפי, והגיון ליבי לפניך. אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי בגואלי. אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי בגואלי. יהיו לרצון עם רפי, והגיון ליבי לפניך.
Okay, everyone. We're preparing for rain, but first we're going to make a little rain in here. So get your instruments close or your finger instruments. So we're going to start just with quiet dripping our fingers, not quite snapping, but just sort of hearing the sound of our fingers. Now we'll just tap them together gently. Maybe you can tickle your drum. Now we're gonna hear it swishing against the trees and the leaves swishing, swishing, swishing. Gonna hear it on the car windows and the windshield wipers start going. Rain. And now, starting from here, we're gonna get our snapping. We're gonna hear it starting to fall on the roof and on this pavement, the summer pavement smell of the rain falling and the heat. We're gonna start to hear a little louder. Here comes the rain. Here it comes. Here it comes. I think it's getting louder now. Let's really hear it. Gotta have some smashes of lightning. Thunder. Gonna get a little quieter now. Gonna get a little quieter now. Swishing, swishing, hear it swishing, starting to ease up. Let's hear that clicking. It's nice. I like it. Let's all take a big breath as the sun's gonna come out. See a huge rainbow in the sky. Bring an end to the rain. It's certainly a curious thing that what our earth needs can often be both creative and destructive forces. So while in California we're desperate for rain, we're getting too much, and that makes it complicated as well. So as we celebrate all of these miracles, the falling of the rain. In our Jewish tradition, we practice two different prayers within the Amidah. Sometimes we're praying for rain, and sometimes we're not. And it's that delicate balance that we're all part of in harmony. And I think what I'm enjoying so much about this drumming Shabbat is that it's not just each individual drum or tambourine or shaker, but it's the harmony of it all coming together that's leading to this most incredible experience that we're feeling on our hearts. Shabbat Shalom. Thanks for indulging me in my rain. We're going to really make it rain and invite a representative from our board. Is Roland here? Yes, I thought I saw him here. And he will share with us. That's right, drum roll, please. Shabbat Shalom.
Hello.
Announcements.
One, two. One, two, one. Almost? A little. There we go. It sounded like I was getting booed for a second. Oh my goodness. John, thank you so much for what you've brought here tonight. There's a drum in everyone's hand, and I don't envy you having to schlep all these drums here. Joel, thank you for such a beautiful musical evening. Working together with John, as always, such a pleasure to hear you. And thank you so much for joining our family, for coming and being part of tonight. Also bringing great meaning to what drumming Shabbat is, because I knew I was coming to drum, but I didn't really know why. And now I do. And so I really thank you so much for that. Rabbi Schuldenfeld, or Rabbi French fry, but I'm not going to say that. Okay, so Dan Roman. Is Dan in the room? Dan Roman, thank you so much for sponsoring this evening, you and your family. We really appreciate that. Thank you. It's a beautiful night. Please visit our website to find out all of the upcoming Shabbats and events that are happening. Next week is our big blowout Shabbat. This is so much fun. I know Wayne loves it because he's always heading up the watermelon eating contest. And that's a fun thing. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be a wonderful time to come together as a community and celebrate and be with each other here together. It is starting at 5:30, and then there'll be a taco dinner, a watermelon eating contest, margaritas, churros, friendship bracelet making and sharing, games and prizes. If you can, please RSVP online so that way we'll know that you're coming. Yes? Yes. Okay, high holidays are just around the corner. Oh my gosh, I get to do the first announcement. Such a wonderful time of year, as we all know. And they are around the corner, and tickets are going to be mailed this year. But of course, you can always go to koltikva.org and purchase your tickets as well. It's also annual commitment time. So let's just do it all in one fell swoop, as they say. And then our tzedakah this evening is going to the Jewish Federation's response to the Maui fires. So you can click the QR code on the back. You can donate in the tzedakah box. But tonight, it's all about Maui. Okay, thank you so much. And again, I'm just so happy to have you here. I really am. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. I'm so sorry. I got so carried away. I hear that there's a bat mitzvah in the room. Right? Sasha, would you come on up to the bima? Listen, this is a big deal. Let's give her I want a full round of applause. This is an amazing time. This is a Kiddush cup. And I know you know what a Kiddush cup is. You've been using one and seeing it on the table your whole life. I have my Kiddush cup from when I got bar mitzvah. And now it sits on my table with my daughter and with my wife. So I am so honored to be able to give you your first Kiddush cup and welcome you to the next stage of your life. And tomorrow you are going to be absolutely wonderful. And this is a big deal, and you're going through it. And welcome to the other side. Another big, big round of applause. Come on. It's not every day. All right.
Thank you so much. With all this joy in our hearts, our thoughts mingle with those who are missing someone and experiencing a separation as their souls have departed this earth. And we think of those at this point in the mourner's Kaddish, those that we've lost in the last 7 days that are commemorating their Shiva, those that we've lost in the last 30 days that are commemorating their Shloshim, and those that we lost 1 year ago whose yahrzeit falls at this time. I'm going to read some names, and if I either mispronounce them or you want to share more names, as my eyes meet yours, you can share others as well. We are thinking of Mary Altsman, Richard Benway, Janine Blum, Norman Bulletin, Margie Brenner, Nathan Cohn, Bernice E. Cohn, Roselle Cohn, Don Dubin, Empelia Figueroa, Frida Furman, Rebecca Ginsburg, Rose Hartman, Max Jaffe, Rick Kahn, Nadia Levinson, Hannah Mendel, Lillian Morris, Bertha Pass, Robert Rubenstein, Dove Rudman, Janet Schachtzer, Marvin Schuffman, Leo Schultz, Michael R. Simon, Rose Waldman, Joyce Wolf, and Lillian Zwicker. God also hears the names on our hearts. We also hold in our prayers those taken by gun violence, those that have passed due to the floods, fires, and other natural and unnatural disasters. We're thinking of those that passed in the LGBTQ plus community that have no one but us to say Kaddish for them. And we think of those who have been killed in regional conflicts, and we also think of those in Israel. As is your custom, please rise for the mourner's Kaddish on page 598. Yitzgadal v'yitzkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach yiruteh ve'amlich malchuteh, v'chayechon u'vyomechon u'vchaye decho beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehe shmei Rabbah mevorach le'elam u'la'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiram bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shlama Rabbah min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and all Israel and all the world. And let's all say together, amen. You may be seated, or we can put our arms around each other, or someone you're comfortable with and close to, and let's pray for that peace. Let's bring peace down.
Ose shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom Shalom Aleinu, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
See if we can bring everyone together and close the aisles. Let's bring everyone together so there's no space between the pews. Come on, close.
Yaseh
There we
Shalom
go.
Mimromah, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Yaseh Shalom Mimromah, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Yaseh Shalom Mimromah, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Give a big todah rabah to cantorial soloist Joel
Thank
and to our
you.
guest John Locke.
Thank you to
of
Rabbi
Drum
Schulenfrei.
Time.
Please
Shabbat
come
shalom,
up
everyone.
close to join us for Hamotzi and for Kiddush. Just don't get too close to the candles, but come up please and join us.
Oh, you want to hold it? You look like super excited. All right. No, that's okay. Here we go.
All right, hold up your imaginary Kiddush cups. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen l'chaim. And now point to the challah, and we all say yum yum yum. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom.